So, welcome, and today do I have content for you. In this video, I'm going to be reading some F1 fanfiction. Now, I was scrolling through for a while, and some of these stories, they go on for ages. There's like 5 hours here, which that shows some dedication, but I'm not reading 5 hours worth of F1 fanfiction. I found one which is a bit shorter, and I'm not even going to read all that. It's called LH44XMV1. I think you know where this story is going. The synopsis is, what if the two rivals from the 2021 season weren't actually rivals at all? What if nobody knows about them? How will they keep it a secret? And how will people react when they find out? Now this sounds interesting. How will they react? Now, obviously, I don't want this video to seem disrespectful towards the writer, because they clearly put a lot of time in this. There's 26 parts, which is unreal dedication. But at the same time, there's definitely an interesting element to these stories, shall we say the least. So, I'm gonna dive into the first chapter, and let me just read the start of this. Max was currently in his apartment. You must understand though that wasn't just his apartment. That's always a good start. My brain has just been fried. He lived there with Lewis. Yes, that is Lewis as in Lewis Hamilton Lewis. I think you can see where this story is going. I just want to skip down to the bit that caught my interest. His phone buzzed and he went to pick it up to see a message pop up from Lewis. Now here it's got like love heart emojis and stuff. From Lou. Can you go and get the shopping please? To Lou, why me? That little like cute face emoji that is. There's love in the air. I'm loving it. I'm kind of expecting it to go into like a 50 Shades of Grey vibes at some point. From Lou, cause you didn't do it last week and I'm busy. Bloody hell, Lewis. Busy. And Max, why didn't you do it last week? Disgraceful. I'm fuming. To Lou, fine. Oh, Max has a bit of attitude here. Fine, a bit grumpy, innit? God. To Lou, but you have to make it up to me later. From Lou, you're very demanding. To Lou, you're the one who's in a relationship with a very demanding person, so. From Lou, you got me there. Now that is love. And this story, it's got me hooked now. It's actually got me hooked. That's actually the end of chapter 1. There's like a little paragraph at the bottom. That has got me hooked. I'm gonna go and get on to chapter 2 now, but this is great stuff here. Alright, chapter 2. That is bringing in some proper drama here. So, the next day when they woke up, Lewis looked on his phone and found a news article about Max. Breaking. Max Verstappen seen in another apartment building. This is good stuff here. This is what I want to read. Yesterday afternoon, world champion Max Verstappen was seen leaving an apartment building, but it's not the one that he has a flat in. Half an hour later, he is seen entering that same building, this time with bags of shopping. We've been doing some research and found that in the particular building, there have not been any flats for sale for a number of years now. So why was Max Verstappen in that building since he can't own a flat there? You know what it is? It's because he went shopping with Lewis. Like for Lewis. This story. So much detail in it. I'm loving it. What an utter load of bullshit. Wow, that's a bit vulgar, Max. Calm it down. I agree. I mean, they're trying too hard now. They're just trying to make me out to be somebody I'm not. Also, how is you in an apartment building a good story? For all they know, you could just be helping a friend. Well, this is just journalism now. It's all rubbish. I mean, have you read a newspaper? It's pretty. To be fair, they would probably actually make a story like this. Like, I'm convinced they've made stories of like Charles Leclerc going on runs around Monaco and stuff. Like, I've definitely seen things like that online. Max's phone buzzed a few times and he looked to find several messages off his fellow F1 drivers. The first one, Muppet Orange Love Heart. You don't live there, do you? I don't know who Muppet could be. Is that Lando? I think it might be. Danny, doesn't Lewis live in that apartment block? Oh, I think Danny's getting on there. I think he could be catching on here, Max. He's suspicious. George, when did you move? Yes, because I imagine George Russell is going to be messaging Max Verstappen about an article. I'm sorry, this is fiction. It doesn't matter. I'm sure they might be best friends for all you know. Alex, have you moved? Checo, what's going on, Max? Seb, geez, the media nowadays, making something out of nothing. Max laughed at Seb's message. Actually, it has the upside down smiley as well, so that's going to play into the next bit. Somebody really needs to teach that man how to use emojis. I'll get on to Lance about it because he's Seb's teammate. Good idea, Lou. I know. Oh, Lewis is a bit of a... got that dominating factor about him there. This story is, it's interesting to say the least. I actually don't get how people come up with this stuff, to be honest. I've just read the last sentence. Anyway, we should start packing ready for the race weekend. Good idea, love. Is that how Max speaks? Good idea, love. I don't know, I get more aggressive, like... he's bigger than Lewis, right? I could see him trying to be the man, but Lewis is kind of giving more of that vibe in this story. I don't know why Lance is getting himself. Like, why are they involving Lance if any of them speak to Lance? Let's be honest. If they're speaking to Lance, I'll be very shocked. Maybe to Lawrence, I want to get that bag. This story is, it's definitely something, to be fair. I mean, I do kind of like how like F1 fans kind of make these stories. I think it's very creative. But at the same time, it's very odd, some of it. I think it's going to get more. I think this is pretty normal, to be fair, like saying, good idea, love. But it's just weird how people think to make these stories of, like, Max and Lewis being in a relationship. I mean, I wonder if there's going to be any scraps in this then. Well, I guess we'll find out eventually, potentially. If people enjoyed me reading F1 fan fiction, then who knows, we could find out in the future what happens with their blossoming relationship. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe, let me know any good fan fiction as well, if you've read it. Yeah, bye.